I'll give the floor to the S&D group. Arena.
Thank you to Marianne Harkin for the work that she's done, and also to the co-rapporteur. I'd also like to thank the Commissioner for what she said yesterday, saying that needs that will be continued to be covered, or will be covered more under the Globalisation Fund. The aim of the fund is to help people who have lost their jobs through changes in global trade. It's therefore clear that in the current climate of globalisation, we need to defend this instrument. We need to strengthen it too, because everybody knows that there are winners with globalisation, but there are losers too, and there are more and more of them. I therefore would ask that we need to increase the level of intervention, and we need to activate the exceptional circumstances clause to take into account what's happening in specific situations. I was struck also by what Mrs. Tyson just said. She said that the European Globalisation Fund should not compensate for trade policies. But Mrs. Malmström's actually said the opposite. In her overview of general policy, she has said that we need to use the Globalisation Fund in order to compensate adverse effects of world trade. And what's quite striking about this is that when you look at impact studies for trade, Mrs. Malmström says that there aren't any adverse effects. I think this is quite strange when you hear these kinds of different opinions. Yesterday we were talking about Africa. We heard the same thing, that there was no negative effect of trade on agriculture, but we know that there are. Now, if they exist, then we have to try and anticipate them and mitigate them in order to help industry rather than helping people who have lost their jobs after the fact. We need to intervene more upstream.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la députée.
Thank you. On behalf of the ECR group, Mr. Gericke.
Non è in aula.
He isn't present. Then on behalf of the ALDE group,